try something you've always wanted to do and not done yet. Not had the time, not had the courage, not had the opportunity.
Hey, I'm Trav. Back in 2010, I got hit hard with chronic fatigue syndrome, only 6 months after starting my new personal training business. I've spent the last 8 years researching and experimenting with my body to help get back to my best and beyond. I'm now sharing my story and my strategies with you so you can get back to living the life you love.
Hey, Trav here, holistic health and lifestyle coach, helping you to make your comeback. Now, today I am talking about how to do more of the things you love and less of the things that you don't love. Now, this is really important because doing what you love equals more happiness. And constantly doing the things that you don't like just tends to drag you down. So here are 6 ways that you can start to do more of the things you love and less of the things you don't love. Alright? Number 1, write a list of all the things you like and dislike. Things you like doing, things you don't like doing. Things that you might have that you would rather be something else. Just those situations that you get in that are just, some are good and some are not so ideal. Alright? Make this list, get started with it, put a few ideas down, and just keep on adding to it. You may be adding to it over the next days, weeks, months, whatever. It's just a matter of getting all of those ideas, those thoughts that are in your head, out of your head and onto paper so you can actually see why they are, or see what's there. Alright? Once you can see what's there, we go to step number 2. You start to make a list of different solutions for those things that you don't like. Okay? So, what I mean is, like, let's say that you don't like cleaning your house. Alright? Cleaning your house that's something that I don't like to do. Alright? If I could not do that, I certainly would. So, a solution for that might be to pay somebody else to come in and clean your house. A solution for that might be to trade someone cleaning the house for something that you might do for them. Okay? A lot of the time it could be, if you're with a partner, maybe getting them to do that job and you doing one of the jobs that they don't like to do. Okay? There are always solutions. Well, most of the time there's a solution, and it may not be the easiest way to do it, but it's certainly a possibility. And that's all you're really looking at right now are, what are the possibilities? You can write things down that might be a solution that you're not actually able to do right now, and that is okay, because at least it sets the intention for somewhere along the line in the future, maybe I'll be able to get somebody else to do this for me rather than me having to do this thing that I don't like myself, which is an absolute necessity in my everyday life. Okay? Simple. Lists. Number 3. Some of those solutions you may not be able to solve for those things you dislike, but you might be able to find ways to improve it. So you can always add to that list or start a new list where you ask, like, alright, well, I don't like this, but I can make it better by. One of those things might be playing music. I know when I play loud music, cranked up nice and loud, I might be more inclined to be in a better mood, a bit happier, and be able to enjoy what I'm doing a little bit more. Okay? Something else might be to change the environment. So let's say that my life is recording videos and I'm always recording videos in this exact spot and it's starting to drag me down. I could always take the camera outside, record something outside in a new, fresh environment which might invigorate me and make me feel a whole lot happier. Alright? It's a simple thing, but all you're doing is looking for some way to be able to make it just a little bit better, a little bit more improvement. Because that just gives you a little bit more joy in your life, a little bit more happiness, and all of a sudden something that was a chore could now be something that is actually quite enjoyable, or something you really enjoy doing. You might go from I hate it to, oh yeah, it's not too bad. And that's a good improvement. I mean, that's still, okay, maybe it's not something you love, but it is certainly not something you absolutely hate anymore. So that's a really good idea. Number 4. Schedule and prioritize. Make time for those things that you do love. Okay? It's really easy to make time for the absolute necessities in life, like, alright, maybe it's I have to clean my house, I have to do the dishes, I have to do this, I have to, I must, I need to, I should. All of those sorts of things generally seem to take priority for a lot of people. What about looking after yourself? Self-love says, hey, make time for some of those good things. Make time for something that is going to look after you and nourish your soul and make you feel better. So schedule it in. For me, I have certain things that I absolutely love doing. I love to dance, so I will schedule that in, and that's what I'm doing, and there's no way I'm going to change that. The only way I'm going to change that is because I'm just too tired, too exhausted, and I can't make it happen, or something really, 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 really important comes up. Could be like a wedding or some major event like that, but generally that would be well and truly planned in advance. Again, where are your priorities? Are your priorities to look after your health? Sure. Are your priorities to look after your mental health? Absolutely. Go and find those things that you love doing and just find some way to be able to fit them in. Now, granted, when you are sick, you may not be able to do all of those things you love, but there will be something there that you can do, okay? Something that you used to do, something that you might still do every now and then, but something you might want to do a little bit more. It could be just going to a movie. All right, maybe that's something that you can find time for, but you've got to schedule it in, because if you don't schedule that in, something else will step in and take its place, and then you won't get a chance to do it. All right? So really, be strict with this schedule. Treat it as an important appointment, just like a doctor's appointment. It is one of those things that is written in red pen and it's not going to be changed. That is me. I'm doing that. End of story. Okay? Numero 50. Make a change. Make a decision. The decision might be to change jobs. It might be to change locations of where you live. Maybe it's changing from one house to another house. Maybe it's changing suburbs. Maybe it's changing cities. Maybe it's changing countries. Who knows what it is? Maybe it's a relationship that needs to change. Maybe it's a relationship that needs to end. Maybe it's a relationship that needs some intervention, some counselling. Maybe it's a relationship that you want to happen. Maybe you want to try and start a relationship. Could be a friendship. It could be a romantic relationship. Could be anything. But you have to make a decision to make a change in that area. Now, some of the time you'll be putting off this decision because there's some pain involved. But is that pain of the decision costing you current pain? Okay, is that already weighing you down? You feel like you're just like, oh, I don't want to do this. I'm not really sure if I should be doing this. I'm just kind of scared. And it's dragging you down, okay? You don't actually love the outcome. You're kind of doing something that's just like, it's okay, but I don't know if it's really the right thing. You can make a decision. You can. You don't have to, but you can. You have the opportunity. You have the choice. But nothing will happen until you make that decision. You make that decision based on your best gut feeling. You can weigh up the pros and cons and all of that, and then make a decision, and things will change at that. Yes, a decision is a hard point. Yes, there can be some pain and frustration and fear that comes up during that. But on the other side, there generally comes a lot more clarity. It's like, hey, I made a decision. This is really what I wanted to do. And although it might have hurt a little bit and been kind of uncomfortable, some growing pains while I'm going through it, well, now I'm here. Okay? And this is where I wanted to go. This is the direction I was looking to head for in the first place. Cool. All right? You're going to start to enjoy things more because you're going to be confident that you actually did what you wanted to do to look after you. And remember, in the healing process, looking after you is what it's all about, because you can't look after everyone else until you can look after yourself. Excuse me. Number 6. Try something you've always wanted to do and not done yet. Not had the time, not had the courage, not had the opportunity. Try something you've always wanted to do. All right? Last year, I wanted to learn hip-hop dancing. All right? I thought that was something that I really wanted, and I found a place, and I had the time, and the opportunity presented itself, and I could afford to make it happen, so I went and I had a go. And you know what? It was a great disaster. But you know what? That also gave me some clarity. So I went and did 2 or 3 classes, and after doing those 2 or 3 classes, it made me reassess and just think, you know what? I kind of like the idea of it, but the practicality of it I didn't enjoy. I didn't enjoy being in that class. I didn't enjoy the things that I was learning in that way. And I decided, you know what, there's actually something else I'd rather be doing that isn't this. So while I made a decision to try something new, on the other side of that decision was, yeah, this isn't really what I wanted. But that's okay, because now I know. I'm good. You know, I'd thought about that for years and years and years, and within a week, I'd already been able to move past that I want to do something to, yeah, been there, done that. It wasn't really what I was looking for, and I'm okay with that. So now I'm good. I can look for whatever the next thing is. I've been doing a lot more salsa dancing and incorporating some bachata and kizomba, dances that I haven't really done before. I've been learning some cool tricks that go along with that, and it's been making it so much fun for me. Alright, so more fun than I could even have imagined. And is there some hip-hop stuff that comes into it? Sure there is, but it's not this structured hip-hop class. It's a little bit more with the Latin flavour, which I seem to like for some particular reason. And I'm having a great time. More things that I love, and less things that I don't. And you know what? I had to go and do this class to figure out that I don't love that thing. I always wanted to do it, but I don't love it. And that is okay. So, it doesn't take too much a lot of the time to just work your way through and find out what you do like and what you don't like. Writing lists to get stuff out of your head, and it's very important to get the stuff out of your head because otherwise it can just rattle around in there and you might forget it. Remember it in a late night session where you're overthinking and overanalyzing your entire life, and then forget it again for the next 3-4 months or whatever, and you know, that's no good. But write it down on paper, put it down so you can do it. You want to schedule things, put them in there, make a decision, make a change. Go and try something new. Alright, if you can do this over the next week or so, you're really going to start to notice some changes, some clarity. Oh, I do a lot of things that I don't like doing. Why am I doing that? Could I potentially do things in a different way? Is that going to make me feel better? Absolutely. Alright, can I improve this situation and make it so it's something that I can enjoy now? Sure I can. Alright, well, let's try that. Let's see what happens. You just got to make a first step and you've got to make some sort of a change. Alright, doesn't take too much, but just have a go. You do this, things will change. More of the things you love equals more joy. That's what it's all about. More joy, more happiness, and that speeds up your recovery every time. It certainly makes your quality of life far better. So, there you go. That's my challenge to you. Go and have a go. Let me know how you go in the comments. If you like this and you want more tips like this, you can grab your free cheat sheet from conquerchronicfatigue.com. The link is in the description. You will get answers to the most common questions that I have been asked on how to recover from chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia. Now, this took me years to put together. Tons of research, over $150,000 spent in my own recovery and research courses, all sorts of things to find the answers to these questions. I'm going to give them to you for free because I want to help you get back to your best. So, go make your comeback and we'll talk again soon.